Hi guys. Okay, so I had one of the questions that came through was regarding hair, and it was if I have extensions and then recommendations for hair growth. I do not have extensions. I had extensions probably about 15 years ago, and I used Great Length, and I absolutely highly recommend them. The hair quality is absolutely one of the best on the market. And of course, the way that the extensions turn out will be dependent upon your stylist, the person that's installing them. So they actually have a certification course that their stylists go through, and the extensions are essentially, I'll insert a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. It has like essentially like a little bead at the top of the hair extension, and then that is placed over your hair, and they have a tiny little device, kind of like a flat iron, that scrunches down on that to heat it up, and then they roll that ball so it surrounds your hair, it encapsulates it with the extension. And the process is great. So instead of the wefts that are like the tracks that lay, and it's just like a huge piece of like in a way it kind of reminds me of like carpet that gets like put on your hair and then sewn in, and that is I think is damaging for your hair. It's uncomfortable. It's something that you can't really wash very well, and it's just a lot of weight too pulling on your hair, which if your goal is to have your hair grow and become healthy, it's not a good option. Now if you wanted those for a temporary solution, if you're just going out, I think more so the clip-ins would be a good option. But definitely if you're looking for something that you'll wear for like 6 months to a year, I would go with Great Lengths. I wore them twice, so I had them for, it was so long ago, I don't remember exactly how long, but I would guess probably 4 to 6 months. And they had grown out so much, and I didn't lose any of them, so they're very durable. But they grew out so much that they had to be replaced. So then I went in and had them replaced so that they were up closer to my scalp, and then wore them again for probably about another 6 months, and my hair had grown out to the length that I was wanting. And so then I didn't get them again. I didn't need it for the volume. I was more so just doing it for the length. So that is something that's absolutely worth the investment if you're looking for the length and just a change, but make sure you go with a good quality product. Okay, so now the other very important aspect of hair growth, obviously nutrition would be number one. You want to make sure that you're eating well, taking a multivitamin if you're not already, and then proper hair care. So I have like a ton of supplies here that I use. I don't use all this every day, but this is essentially everything that I use. And then another thing to help your hair grow is massaging. And so what I do, this is an oil. This one's by Aveda. The scent is Shampure, but I'll put a little bit of it on my fingertips, and then I typically do this like at night or before I get into the shower. So I'll put it on my fingertips, and then I just massage through and just really stimulate your scalp. It's very relaxing, and it just helps that blood flow come to your scalp to help stimulate and help with hair growth. And I'll do this dry too. Throughout the day, I'll set and I'm just kind of like massaging my head, and people probably think I'm nuts, but one, it feels good, it's relaxing, and then two, it really does help with your hair growth. So this is a great oil to use for that. Now next would be using a good quality shampoo and conditioner, and I do not use just one type. I have 3 different types that I use. So my daily, like if I am just getting out of the shower and going to do something without wanting to take the time to do any sort of like a therapy treatment in the shower, this would be kind of like my daily drivers. So this is Pureology, the Hydrate Shampoo and Conditioner, and this conditioner is kind of tingly. And another important step that I do is before I shampoo my hair, I will put conditioner on it. So on the ends of my hair, I will run shampoo either dry, or if my hair is wet, run conditioner over the ends of my hair, and then I shampoo. And you don't really need to let that set long. If you have a step that you want to do before you actually wash your hair, like if you want to shave your legs or something, you could kind of do it as a treatment. But just to protect the integrity of my hair, and since it's kind of dry and brittle sometimes at the ends, I put conditioner on as a protecting agent before I shampoo. So these would be just the quick in and out products that I use. Now, if I'm wanting something that's a little more of a treatment, this is it's called Milk Bath. It is a very conditioning shampoo, and then this one is the Intense Therapy. It's by Pravana. It's called Treat, and so I'll shampoo with this. It makes it really soft, and then I'll put this on for probably about 5 minutes because I'll put it on, and then I typically shave my legs, and then I'll wash this off. And whenever I do take this off, it sounds all complicated, but it's really not. So I use warm water whenever I'm shampooing my hair, and then I put the conditioner on, and then I rinse the treatment conditioner off, also with warm water, to kind of help just make sure everything is, I guess, the emollients and everything are getting washed out. And then, so I use this, but then I'll do a quick dab of this conditioner again, put that on, rinse it out immediately. I don't let it set, and then I use cold water. So it sounds like a lot of steps, but once you get used to the process, it's really not. And then this is, because I do color my hair, so this is something that it's called Olaplex. So we have steps 3, 4, and 5 that typically consumers can have at home. And then there's steps that you'll use in the salon that can actually be added to, like, your highlight. If you're getting highlights, it can be added to that treatment. If you're getting color done, it can be added to that. It helps the bonds of your hair and the integrity of it. This stuff is truly amazing. So it's the Bond Maintenance Shampoo, repairs, strengthens, and hydrates all hair types. And then the conditioner, it says the same thing, repairs, strengthens, hydrates all hair types. So this again, I will put this on, or shampoo with this, and then with this I'll leave it on for about 5 minutes. And then this step is completely separate. So it is something that, it's the Bond Perfector is what it's called. It's step number 2 in their system. And you apply this after rinsing the highlights or color from your hair. So this will typically be used in a salon, but this step is also sold for retail for you to take home. So you can use it in between services. And what I will typically do is I take this and I will put it on the ends of my hair, probably about mid down. And I will either wear it throughout the day, like if I'm cleaning the house or something, I will wear it and then jump in the shower, or I will put it in my hair at night. And so I put this in probably once a week, and I'll put it in at night, put it on the ends, and then I do like a high bun, and then just secure it at the top, and then in the morning I'll let it, then I'll wash it out. So this is a little expensive, but it's well worth the investment. If you have any sort of issues with your hair that you just think that it's not in great shape, and it's been damaged chemically or like through swimming, anything like that, this is something that could really, really help repair your hair. It will absolutely help repair it. Now, some of this stuff, these conditioners and stuff, it's going to be more of like a hydrating treatment. This actually goes in and it helps repair the bonds on a chemical structure of your hair. And 2 other little things that I use. These again are not used every day. This I'll use, luckily I don't have to use it very much anymore. The other area that I used to live in had extremely hard water, and even with our the water softener that we had, the device for our home to treat our water, I still got a buildup in my hair. Now this is by Malibu Sea, and it's for hard water. It eliminates brassiness and discoloration, removes minerals to purify hair, restores volume and radiant shine, and it's 100% vegan. And this stuff, I don't know if you can see it because of the glare, this is absolutely worth it. If you have any sort of mineral buildup in your hair from hard water, it's a game changer. And I'll use it probably about once a month now, maybe every other month, because I am fortunate enough that now we live in a different area where our water is not that big of a problem. And this is the same brand, it's Malibu Sea, and it's called Rehabilitate, and it is a just like a treatment for your hair. So it repairs elasticity to help prevent breakage, and it says it seeks out only the weak strands of hair in need of repair, replenishes necessary amino acid for tensile strength. So this is something that I would really recommend too if your hair is in a state right now where it's been damaged and you're trying to help repair it. Again, these products aren't, I don't use all of these every day. It just kind of, I'm mindful of what my hair needs. And I do keep pretty much all of these except for these packets, I keep in the shower. So I can just kind of go day by day of what I need. Well, I say day by day, but I don't actually wash my hair every day. So I do use in between, kind of depending on my activity level and just how, the weather is and everything, I will sometimes use a dry shampoo. So Pureology is one that I really like. And then this one is by Bedhead. It's called Rockaholic. And both of these I've used, they're probably like a third of it's left in each of them. I've used them enough to say that for my hair type, I do like them. With my hair being darker though, I have to make sure that I don't let the stream concentrate in one area, or it will leave kind of a white buildup that you have to really work through and make sure you get out. Those are also good for if you've styled your hair and you have like really fine hair and so you've washed it, you've dried it, and then people with really fine hair will just be kind of like silky and curl won't stay in it, and they try to use a curling iron and the curl tends to fall out. Use a dry shampoo, just spray it through your hair like you would like a hairspray, and then brush it through and then curl your hair, and it'll help give it some grit to help those curls stay in a little bit longer. And this is also good for that. It's tousled texture. It helps give body and shine, and you can spray this on either just by itself and get kind of that like beachy wave if you have a little bit of natural curl, or if you have straight hair, you can use that to help, again, give it that grit to help that curl lock in. So now next would be, it's important that you have good tools. This is another thing for in the shower. So I keep one in my shower and then one at my counter where I'm getting ready. It's a wet brush. If you can see, all of the bristles are on the same path here. So a lot of hairbrushes, they'll just be scattered all throughout. This is built so it actually can be used on your hair when it's wet. There you might be able to see it a little bit better. So they're all on the same plane, and this thing actually will contour to your head whenever you're brushing your hair. And so after I put my conditioner in, then I brush through. And it helps, again, you're kind of massaging your scalp. It helps pull all that conditioner through, and it helps just pull out a lot of that hair, especially if you go like a day or two in between washing. You're going to feel like you have a lot of hair coming out. So just brush through with this, and it helps pull out that loose hair as well. And then, so after I get out of the shower, then I use the one that's up by my counter. Before I dry my hair or do anything, I will put an oil in it on my ends just to help protect them. These are the two that I use. This one is by Bamboo, and then this one is Chi, and this one is the Kindi oil, and this is the Silk Infusion. They both are really my favorites. I could go between either of these. And so I will put that on my hair. Like I said, pull it through the ends, make sure that my ends are covered. And then right up here, about this section of my hair and the ends, I will put the bed head, because my bangs they have like a weird curl to them. Even if I let my hair dry naturally, I'll still go back with a hair dryer sometimes and kind of like straighten out about like this much of my bangs, because the way that they lay is not flattering for my face. This is the Bedhead Control Freak. It's frizz control and straightener serum, so it helps really get some of that curl out so that it does lay appropriately. I can run this through my hair and wear my hair naturally, and it, like, I don't know what they've done with this as far as the way that they made the product, but it is really, for my hair, with it being, it's not curly enough that I can just wear it curly. It's got, a little bit of more of that beachy wave, and this helps kind of make it uniform throughout so that I can wear it naturally and not look crazy. So again, your tools that you use are going to be very important. So this can be used on your hair wet, and then this, after my hair dries about 80 to 90%, so after I get out of the shower, I will either see about my son, or I do my makeup, whatever I can do kind of in between to fill that time and still be productive without going straight into drying my hair. You never want to start drying your hair when it's like soaking wet. So put a towel on, do whatever you can to fill some time before you start drying it. And I use, if you can see this, it is the Chi. It's the Chi Rocket Low EMF. And it has, you know, 2 settings, I guess like slow and fast. And then it's the cold and hot setting. So the cool burst you'll use like once if you're using a round brush, so you'll dry with the heat, and then you'll use the cool burst to kind of like lock in that curl. A lot of times too, if I'm not going to actually style my hair, if I'm not planning to use the round brush or to use a curling iron after, I let my hair get as dry as I can, and then I go back through with just the cool setting to for my hair. It helps just kind of close that cuticle and give it some shine. So again, this is very important. It has the attachments. So this one, you can see it's kind of has 2 sections here. Can't tell. There we go. You can see how it's split into 2. This you don't, let me try to get it snapped back on. Okay, there we go. So you don't want to hold this to your head directly the whole time. You want to kind of dry out here, and then if there's a section that you want to comb through like a pick, then do that. You don't want to hold it close to your hair the whole time though. It will just be too much heat and it will cause damage over time on your hair. So there's that attachment, and then this one is the one that I use most often. So again, you're just drying out here, and then you come through with your round brush. You never want to be right up on your round brush. Again, it's just too much heat and damage that you'll see on your hair over time. So a good hair dryer is definitely worth the investment. And the next step would be, whenever I do curl my hair, I use this. It's my favorite. It's the Baby Bliss Pro. Heat settings for, depending on the type of hair that you have. And this just I think it's a 1.5 inch barrel. So for the length of my hair, this is pretty good. They do have smaller ones if you have short hair. And then let's see. So I think that is pretty much it. Oh, a hairspray. So the hairspray that I was using, I really loved it, but it's made by Redken, and they do product testing on animals. So I'm trying to switch over to something that is, I try to be very aware and very conscious of animal rights, and trying to go to companies that don't do product testing on animals. So I've been using Pureology, and this one is the Lock It Down hairspray. It's vegan. It's something that I thought I was doing good by using them, and then I found out, I believe it's L'Oreal that they're owned by, and even though Pureology does not test on animals, L'Oreal does. If I'm saying that correctly, I'll have to look back at the article. If I have it wrong, then I'll insert something to correct myself. But they do list it as 100% vegan ingredients. So I immediately, whenever I saw the packaging, I thought, perfect, I'll grab this. But the company that actually owns them overall does product testing on animals. So that kind of defeated the purpose of that. So I hope that gave you a good overview. I think I went over everything that I dragged out to show you. I know it seems like a lot, but it's really not. It's just kind of dependent on the day and what you're wanting to do with your hair. So if you have any questions, let me know. Good quality products are definitely worth the investment. They'll last longer too. So a lot of the drugstore shampoos and stuff that you can get, the cheaper brands, you'll need to use more of it. So these may seem like a large investment, but they're better concentrated. So you'll end up using less, which will make it stretch out longer for you. But really, if you're wanting your hair to grow and to be in a healthier state, look at the products that you're using, look at the methods that you're using with blow drying, and maybe try, if you have the type of hair that you can space it out, that you're not washing it every day and curling it and everything, try to go to a little more natural state, to skip a day or two in between if you can, and then to try to let it air dry as much as possible and not use hot styling tools on it as often. So, and I understand some people have jobs where they literally have to take a shower every day, and I still take a shower. I should have that as a disclaimer. I'll put my hair up in a towel. I have one of those little twisty turbies that I'll wear, still take a shower. And sometimes if I want that curl revamped in my hair, I'll do a high bun, and then I use like one of these, and I'll just wear a scrunchie and do a high bun and let my hair be exposed. I won't get it directly wet, but I'll let that steam and everything kind of revamp the curls, and that really helps as well. So just try to be mindful of what you use. If you have any questions, let me know. This is the first video that I've done with these, so I know it was just kind of like a lot at one time. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM, and I will try to get back to you as quickly and be as helpful as I can. So have a good day.